D.
Cognate, t, t. Voiced tongue front, palatal stop consonant. Play this D drum beat on the springing away of the tongue from the upper gum ridge. Feel a pulsation in the tongue. D, 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 d. Tap the drum beat D in these words. Stand, wood, bed, red, head. Be sure you feel vocal cord vibration, lots of vibration in the tongue.
Inside, windshield, bird, hand, outside.
Tap the D in these sentences, play it for full musical value. Stand by the wood bed. Stand by the wood bed.
She put her red head inside the windshield. She put her red head inside the windshield.
A bird in hand is worth two outside. A bird in hand is worth two outside.
Good, bad, found, hidden, read, old, lived, under. Good, bad, found, hidden, read, old, lived, under. Believed, pleased, moved, raised, prized, saved, behind, read. Believed, pleased, moved, raised, prized, saved, behind, read. Found, hidden, behind, boards, are books, believed to be old and prized. Found hidden behind boards are books believed to be old and prized. It pleased Ted the books were saved, and he read them, good and bad. It pleased Ted the books were saved, and he read them, good and bad. The red toad that lived under water raised its head and moved away. The red toad that lived underwater raised its head and moved away.
Cognate, d. The unvoiced T, tongue front palatal stop consonant, cognate to the D. The same staccato springing action as the D drum beat, with no voice, forms the light tap of the T. Feel a gentle pulsation in the tongue. Now tap the drum beat T in these words. Wait, start, front, that, post.
Left, it, right, exhaust, at.
And tap the T in these sentences. Play it for full musical value, then to convey meaning.
Wait, start in front. Wait, start in front.
Take that post to the left. Take that post to the left.
It was right to exhaust many at once. It was right to exhaust many at once.
Part, start, best, last, great, trout, smart, habit. Part, start, best, last, great, trout, smart, habit. Sweet, moist, first, taught, shout, admit, bet, cheat. Sweet, moist, first, taught, shout, admit, bet, cheat. I have to admit that trout is the best I have tasted, sweet and moist. I have to admit that trout is the best I have tasted, sweet and moist. At the start of the great race, it is a habit of ours to bet who will be first and who last. At the start of the great race, it is a habit of ours to bet who will be first and who last. I was taught that my part was to be smart, not shout, and not cheat. I was taught that my part was to be smart, not shout, and not cheat.
Let's look at some ED endings. ED endings that are really pronounced as T. First, an unvoiced group.
Ripped, tapped, kissed, missed, fished, cashed.
And a voiced group.
Handed, started.
The medial T becomes a soft D. All right? It's not a complete D, but it goes toward a D. We don't say later, better, beautiful. We say later, better, beautiful. Later would be better, beautiful. Also, the final T, when it's followed by a word beginning with a vowel, again, it becomes, in effect, a medial T. There's a vowel on both sides of it, so it gets softened to a D. Not get over there, but get over there. Not right away, but right away. Meet me at 8? No, meet me at 8. Get over there right away. Meet me at 8. The medial T.
Cracked, thanked, cracked, thanked, coached, matched, coached, matched, finished, cashed, finished, cashed, laughed, coughed, laughed, coughed, tapped, helped, tapped, helped, sliced, crossed, sliced, crossed, cracked, thanked, coached, matched, finished, cashed, laughed, coughed, tapped, helped, sliced, crossed. Heated, predicted, heated, predicted. Bagged, bugged, bagged, bugged. Blended, handed, blended, handed. Bathed, clothed, bathed, clothed. Enlarged, caged, enlarged, caged. Heated, predicted, bagged, bugged. Blended, handed, bathed, clothed, enlarged, caged. Now this first pair, slightly different. Jid versus jid. Garaged, camouflaged. Garaged, camouflaged. Grabbed, scrubbed, grabbed, scrubbed. Gloved, dived, gloved, dived. Pulled, called, pulled, called. Teased, surprised, teased, surprised. Garaged, camouflaged. Grabbed, scrubbed. Gloved, dived. Pulled, called. Teased, surprised. Tanned, scanned. Tanned, scanned. Tamed, groomed. Tamed, groomed. Ringed, fanged. Ringed, fanged. Rode, showed. Rode, showed. Tanned, scanned. Tamed, groomed. Ringed, fanged. Rode, showed. G. G.
G.
Cognate. K. The voiced tongue back plosive consonant G. Place the back of the tongue in gentle contact with the soft palate. Let the tongue spring away. Play this drum beat on the springing action of the back of the mouth without tightening, pressing, or pushing. G. G. You'll feel a crisp tap and a voiced pulsation of the back of the tongue. G. 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 Now, tap the drum beat G in these words. Dog, pig, digging, burglary, egg.
Rug, ignition, green, wagon, flag.
Tap the G in these sentences played for full musical value.
The dog and the pig were digging. The dog and the pig were digging.
After the burglary, I found an egg on the rug. After the burglary, I found an egg on the rug.
The ignition was caused by the green wagon with the flag. The ignition was caused by the green wagon with the flag.
Sugar, smug. Catalog, regulation, vague, leg, big, rags, sugar, smug, catalog, regulation, vague, leg, big, rags, suggests, fatigue, recognized, ignorant, began, legal, fog, snag, suggests, fatigue, recognized, ignorant, began, legal, fog, snag. The rogue nation began by making smug demands for legal regulation of sugar prices. The rogue nation began by making smug demands for legal regulation of sugar prices. I recognized the catalog, but except for the leg warmers, I thought it was a big book of rags. I recognized the catalog, but except for the leg warmers, I thought it was a big book of rags. He isn't ignorant, but the fog he seems to be in suggests that fatigue is contributing to his vague thinking. He isn't ignorant, but the fog he seems to be in suggests that fatigue is contributing to his vague thinking.
Cognate, g, the unvoiced tongue-back plosive consonant. With the tongue in the G position, let the tongue spring away in the soft, unvoiced click of the K drum beat. Feel a crisp tap and a pulsation in the back of the tongue. Tap the K drum beat in these words: walk, block, back, park, thank.
Bank, sick, excuse, break, trunk.
Tap the K in these sentences. Play it for full musical value the first time and then to convey the meaning.
Walk, one, block, back, to the park. Walk 1 block back to the park.
I can thank the bank for making me sick. I can thank the bank for making me sick.
Excuse me, but the brake shoe is not in the trunk. Excuse me, but the brake shoe is not in the trunk.
Dark, black, look, mark, work, think, like, make. Dark, black, look, mark, work, think, like, make. Success, decorating. Headache, picture. Picnic, panic. Local, lack. Success, decorating. Headache, picture. Picnic, panic. Local, lack. I think the picture is very dark, but not black. I think the picture is very dark, but not black. The new project at work is no picnic, but if I don't panic, I'll make my mark and achieve success. The new project at work is no picnic, but if I don't panic, I'll make my mark and achieve success. I like the local talent, but look, what they lack in decorating experience gives me a headache. I like the local talent, but look, what they lack in decorating experience gives me a headache.
Gada, bada, gada, bada.
Good. Good.
Double drum beats. There is a double tap tap. The only way that you can be sure that you've produced both is the feeling of each as a separate event. Feel both drum beats. Stopped, slept, roped, slipped, wiped. Feel the double drum beats in these sentences.
We stopped and slept for a while. We stopped and slept for a while.
I roped off the area where she slipped and wiped up. I roped off the area where she slipped and wiped up.
Accept, accept. Interrupt. Wrapped, adapt. Hoped, escaped. Concept. Accept, accept. Interrupt. Wrapped, adapt. Hoped, escaped. Concept. The escaped convicts had all wrapped up their belongings. The escaped convicts had all wrapped up their belongings. You must not interrupt them, except when the door is open. You must not interrupt them, except when the door is open. I had hoped that you would accept the new concept and adapt to the change. I had hoped that you would accept the new concept and adapt to the change.
talked, act, backed, tucked, looked. Feel the double drum beat in these sentences.
We talked before the act that he backed. We talked before the act that he backed.
I tucked mine away and locked up. I tucked mine away and locked up.
Affect. Effect. Obstruct. Inflict. Strict. Subject. Picked. Tricked. Affect. Effect. Obstruct. Inflict. Strict. Subject. Picked. Tricked. Being picked as a subject has a strange effect. Being picked as a subject has a strange effect. You don't want to obstruct their work, affect their schedule, or inflict any damage. You don't want to obstruct their work, affect their schedule, or inflict any damage. They are strict and don't want to be tricked. They are strict and don't want to be tricked.
Good, 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 good. Tugged, rigged, hugged, begged, bagged.
I tugged the rope and rigged the mast. I tugged the rope and rigged the mast.
She hugged me and begged for what I had bagged. She hugged me and begged for what I had bagged.
Zigged, zagged, lagged, fogged, gagged. Zigged, zagged, lagged, fogged, gagged. I zigged when I should have zagged. I zigged when I should have zagged. I already lagged behind when I was fogged in. I could have gagged. I already lagged behind when I was fogged in. I could have gagged.
Jabbed, ribbed, robed, grabbed, stabbed.
We jabbed and ribbed him. We jabbed and ribbed him.
The robed man was grabbed from behind and stabbed. The robed man was grabbed from behind and stabbed.
Rubbed, sobbed, bribed, dabbed, dubbed. Rubbed, sobbed, bribed, dabbed, dubbed. I dabbed the shrimp in cocktail sauce. I dabbed the shrimp in cocktail sauce. We saw a dubbed movie from Japan. We saw a dubbed movie from Japan. When I found out the judge was bribed, I sobbed and rubbed my eyes. When I found out the judge was bribed, I sobbed and rubbed my eyes.